Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. This is Betska, the Guru Coach, and we are here with Mindful Leadership Beyond Borders, our podcast. And my podcast host today is Raj Vashisht from Delhi. And we have a star guest.
Yes.
Our star guest is Gloria Starr. Woohoo!
She's superstar.
Yes, superstar. Yes. We mentioned her to you in part one, but I'll just recap who this amazing woman is. She is private counsel to royalty in the Middle East on image, for example, image empowerment, executive presence, etiquette, leadership, and so on. And she's ranked in the top 2% of coaches in the world, author of at least a dozen books, DVDs, and so on, and the recipient of the Einstein Award of Global Excellence. So we would like to have a very in-depth discussion today about image and executive presence, because the three of us feel that it's something that is greatly needed in the world. And so Gloria is going to talk about how to sizzle, how to sizzle in your life, how to shine like a star. So Gloria, in the first part, we were talking about color and quality and style, and we covered that quite effectively. But today, let's move right into the sizzle. How do you recommend people sizzle?
Well, everyone, almost everyone, needs sizzle. Since with COVID and dress down and casual, it's dreadful. It's absolutely scary. So when you want to sizzle, it's so easy because so many people are not doing it. So anything that the color, the quality, the style, all of those things. And I started to learn about sizzle when I was living on a dairy farm in my 30s, and I didn't have any pretty clothes or anything, not even high heels. How unacceptable is that? So what I discovered is I went all out and almost overdid it, if there's such a thing.
So what tips would you like to give us today about how to sizzle and shine like a star? What tips can you give us?
Well, the foundation is color, and that is all about the different kinds of things like this. However, when you have that foundation, I like to tell my clients to have very systematic kinds of things and special colors that are right for you. So you'll notice I'm doing a hat. And I love hats because I make them for the fun of it. But we can do that for the outfit. And then anything that's jewelry and acceptable like that is important. Now, you see one approach, but then there's another great big one. But does this really work? Yes, it's based on your coloration, your dynamics, what you are all about. And this is a little too flashy for me, if there's such a thing. Let's get the flash. So I'm showing you the gold things, but I also things that are done with silver. And of course, that doesn't work at all for my yellow-based skin. But I do have all of those things if I needed them, and also to show to clients. Now, turquoise is my favorite color, and I do it well. So I have all of these incredible things. So I have gold here, but I have silver with the turquoise. And probably you can even see the difference that this is better.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely.
That's right. But I bought almost everything in the stores, of course. And now check out this.
Wow.
Now, the chances of anybody else going this glamorous is really seldom seen. And because I'm wearing a suit and it's a color, that's things that are in your favor. But you never do the fancy earrings that are dangling when you're wearing a suit. This would be for an evening look. So most people see things and think, oh, that's wonderful, that's really me. But most of the time, it's not really them at all, because they just don't know the differences. So here's some wonderful things for an evening on a cruise ship with a gorgeous outfit and long gloves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Wow, yes.
And even something like this. It's modest and it's more settling in with the average. But do you want average? No, no, no. No more average ever. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds great to me.
Yes.
Oh, I
Okay.
love it.
So let's try another suggestion. And I think pearls are mandatory. Now, a few things, there's so many different colors of pearl, even
Yeah.
onto the grays and the silver and the brown tones. So knowing the right colors and the right size of the pearl is very important. The first suggestion is do not purchase pearls that are whiter than the whites of your teeth.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an excellent one, yes. So that makes a big difference in how you're supposed to have them. And I think pearls are almost good for just about anything. They're classic, they're timeless, and they don't even have to be real. They just need to match and complement your attire as well as your skin color. So that is tons of fun. So now I've shown you this wonderful trial of a hat, which I made.
Stunning. It's stunning. I love it.
And I'm doing another one.
Now, oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
Yes. Now this has a similar color, but has a yellow base. And my jacket and suit does not have a yellow base. So this would not be the appropriate hat for this suit. The other hat was so much better.
Yeah.
And be assured, when you wear a hat, it is probably the only person in the room for a hat. So many times people don't want to show themselves. Well, that should end right now. It's a never, never thing. Put it on. I put on hats even going to the grocery store. And that's silly. I agree. But you want to become a magnetic person. And if you do something like this, or even bright colors, you should be getting at least 8 or 10 compliments every single day. That works.
It's true. You know, Gloria, I was sharing with you and Raj that some friends of mine, the three of us went to have a proper English tea at this gorgeous place in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And we decided we'd all dress up. And we dressed up in fancy dresses and jewelry, and we wore fascinators, and we got so many compliments, you know, because no one else was dressing up, right? And they go, and it makes people feel good when they see someone that has the confidence to be dressed up, right? Makes them feel good. We're lifting their spirits. Yeah.
And it shouldn't be just for a special occasion. It should be every day. Like if you go into your closet, don't be average. Even when I go and do the laundry every week, which I should have had somebody else do it because I'm not good at those things. But I always wear something colorful. And of course, I had someone that did all my meals too, but I always set a fancy table because everything needs to be magical.
Yeah.
Are you living a magical life?
Wow.
Not too many are.
Wow. That's special.
Now, what are we going to do about handbags? And I have a few handbags. This happens to be Chanel, and it cost a fortune, but now it's costing 3 times what I paid for it 20 years ago, and it still is my favorite handbag. So it's not about a lot. It's about the absolute best that works for you. So it's your body size, it's your height, it's your confidence. All of those things are so important. Now, I see a lot of women, well, years ago, always putting all the money into their shoes. Now, do you really want everyone saying, oh, wow, I love those shoes? Wouldn't you rather say something about from the head to the waist at least?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. And shoes are nice, and we reach a point where it's not quite so comfortable with high heels, but I'm still trying to. So we have fun with things, and everything, it's okay for you to look better than anybody else in the room. And when you claim that, it really is empowering, and it makes you feel fabulous, and you sizzle life up. And every day should be a sizzle. Now, what are we going to do about the men? Well,
thank you. That's where I wanted to get to the men.
Yes. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. They just don't think it's important, but it is important. They shave every day and they bathe every day, but they don't know how to put things together. And just recently, the gentleman that I have been interacting with, he had to attend a funeral. And it was the first time in 3 years I had seen him in a suit. Well, I almost fainted. He was hot. Yes. And we need to see that. It's a confidence builder. So it's called quality, and it's the color, and it's the style that ends up fitting properly. So most of the people, I believe, that are selling in the stores really don't have any idea about the quality of things, or that what colors belong to people. So when you are interacting with a person who knows, then you will get it right. And you do not want to waste money, but you sure want to spend. We have to always work to keep the economy going. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So when men bring out their ties, they're probably quite ancient, but if they're really nicely done, it's important. So let's imagine with a man wearing a suit and he just doesn't have a clue about what to do. Well, everything comes down to the size and the shape. So the collars of the suit can be wider and narrower. The suit can have 1, 2, or 3 button, or a double. And they could also have a back place for walking. And what we're going to do with that is, it's every 7 years, men have different shapes and sizes and different things in the suits especially. So you've got a good 7 years. So whatever the lapel widest part is, needs to be as wide as the tie. Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Now you can do a single or a double or anything like that, but it's going to depend on the width of the collar span of the dress shirt. And I recommend to men to send out your white and dress shirts. Send it out and have it done properly. You don't need to send your wife that. Now, if you want to do it yourself, that's okay too, but you need to be perfect about it. So the collar span and the different kind of knot, a single or a double, are all parts of things that are important. Now, we also want to have men have their trousers at the right amount of sizing with their height as well. And most men are tired of doing black shoes and black belt, and I understand that. However, when they train and go and make a change, they're going into browns and maybe some of the camels and things like that. But it all depends on the coloration for them. If they have gray hair, then of course a gray belt is certainly appropriate. So we have all of these tiny little details. And how many people really know all the details. When I started this, I knew nothing about this. I just knew I wanted to be long and I wanted to be fabulous. And 40 years later, I'm still having fun with this great career and really training and helping people become their very best. What you put on helps you feel magical and confident. And isn't that what you really want? More confidence.
Yeah, yeah.